Donald Trump returned to the campaign trail with a rally in Asheboro, North Carolina, where he addressed a crowd from behind bulletproof glass. This was his first outdoor rally since an attempt on his life in Pennsylvania last month. The former president spoke at the North Carolina Aviation Museum and Hall of Fame, where security was noticeably tight, with storage containers forming barriers and snipers positioned strategically. Trump's speech revolved around national security, criticizing President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris for their roles in the Afghanistan withdrawal and ongoing conflicts in Ukraine and the Middle East. He repeatedly attacked both Barack and Michelle Obama for their comments at the Democratic National Convention, calling them nasty and emphasizing the personal nature of their attacks. Trump questioned the crowd on whether he should stick to policy or get personal, and the crowd overwhelmingly supported the latter. He labeled Kamala Harris as the most radical left person ever to run for high political office and warned she would destroy the country if elected. His running mate, Senator J.D. Vance, also took the stage to criticize Harris and her vice presidential pick, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, accusing him of stolen valor over his military service record. Despite the heavy security, Trump delivered a passionate speech, invoking his classic talking points on NATO, foreign policy, and election integrity. He claimed that Russia's war in Ukraine wouldn't have happened under his administration and promised to restore America's military strength. He also reiterated his stance against critical race theory and transgender policies in the military, promising to remove them and focus on America's enemies instead. Trump's rally was part of a week-long counter-programming to the Democratic National Convention in Chicago. The event featured local Republican figures like North Carolina's Republican gubernatorial candidate, Mark Robinson. The crowd, which included enthusiastic supporters like Edna Ryan and Lisa Watts, cheered Trump on, believing in his ability to win against Kamala Harris and restore America's values. Throughout his speech, Trump didn't shy away from addressing the controversy surrounding his past elections. He continued to push the false narrative of widespread election fraud and insisted that only his re-election could ensure America's future security and prosperity. His fiery rhetoric and unwavering stance on conservative values resonated deeply with the crowd, setting the tone for the 2024 election campaign.